Welcome to version 2 of my setup tour. It may or may not be ever so slightly scuffed, but we'll make it work. Now, some things have obviously changed, and I will go through those changes. Most notably, you can see that that's a different computer. This is the old one down here. This is a Cooler Master K280 case. It had a Gigabyte Z170 motherboard with an Intel i7-6700K, not overclocked. It had well, you'll see the GPU later in the video. You won't see it, but I'll mention it. There's a big gaping hole where an optical drive was. It had very basic cooling. It had a deep cool, single heatsink, single fan cooling system. There's a fan right there. There's a fan in the back. And there's a fan on the side. Most of the stuff from that computer was kept. This, I'm not sure what I'll do with. Maybe I'll make it a separate PC that I can use while streaming. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm definitely going to have to get it cleaned off and see if I can figure out where this missing thing is for that optical drive. And apparently, it's lopsided. Don't know why. But we will get to that PC in a little bit. For now, let's get looking at the setup. First up on the outside of the setup, shoe cubby has not changed. I'm somehow lost my slide sandals. Don't know where those ended up. But up here, probably. There we go. We have two microphones, a plasma ball, a little stim toy here, and then M9 bayonet lower, karambit Doppler. We have a little rose that I got at the wake of my aunt who died 4 years ago from cancer. And then a thing that I got at my baptism. There's also another karambit right there that I actually use as a letter opener. If you followed my old channel or a little bit of my current channel, you know me from old Twitch, you will know that mic, my first mic, my Blue Snowball that I got in 2014, which is crazy. I got that thing 8 years ago. And then my Rode Video micro, because I'm not using it right now. A bunch of Pokemon cards and Hot Wheels and Hot Wheels and Hot Wheels, which a lot of people point out when I put on my face cam for the first time, or sometimes they'll see me in stream and they'll just see Hot Wheels and Hot Wheels and Hot Wheels. I love Hot Wheels. I've been collecting them ever since I was a toddler, and the collection has only grown since. Some more Pokemon cards. There's two 132 scale cards, a lens for a camera that I own and just don't have the space for in the bag, and then a weather radio. I don't know what model of weather radio it is, but it's cool to have, and I like having it for weather scenarios. Over here, there's a bunch of school books down there, a bunch of regular random books. You got like Cub Scouts books, Poker for Dummies, Home Recording for Dummies, a National Geographic book, and then you've got some various regular books. You've got some books in the Mockingjay, Catching Fire, the Hunger Games series, Clone Wars comics, David Eddings books. There's some Pokemon manga, just some various stuff from when I was little. You've even got Uncle Tom's Cabin mixed with the My Teacher is an Alien. No, it's not the My Teacher is an Alien series. I don't know what series it is. Aliens Ate My Homework, whatever it is. It's the Bruce Coble series. Even more Hot Wheels and model cars. There's some more books back there, along with some religious things. If you see this, I am a Christian. Believe whatever the hell you want to believe. I am a Christian. I stay by my beliefs. I could care less. If I can be friends with you, then I'll be friends. A bunch of foxes. Foxes are my favorite animal. There's some various origamis that my sister made for me, some ceramic sculptures, some various like rubber things that you'd find at like any craft store, Walmart or Target. Some crocheted things from my sister. There's a drawing back there. There's a mug with a little, I think it's a Beanie Baby fox kind of thing. I don't know. There's a carabiner on it. There's an Espeon somewhere. It's all the way back there that my friend crocheted or knitted for me, as well as that little dot art Espeon. Some various Minecraft memorabilia. There's a 3D printed dog head that I sculpted, and some various toys and stuff. The complete Far Side collection, and there's a book back there that's solely on bridges, because I needed it for a project, and my parents went all out and got me that book. The collection of stuff right here, this is a Yamaha PSR EW410 76 key keyboard. I love this thing. I love that it can plug into my computer and I can hear it through voice mod or through testing or whatever. It's got a lot of sounds. It's great. I mess with this thing all the time. Right here are my wireless headphones that I picked up last year. They are the Tranya H10 headphones. They don't make these anymore. They make earbuds now, or just earbuds. But I love these headphones. If you can find them used, I think they are great. They're comfortable. They've got a nice long battery life. Then it has a aptX noise cancellation, which is great. I really didn't need noise cancellation on my headphones, but I got these for like 30-40 bucks. These were a steal when I got them, and they're great. Then on display on the sheet music stand is my Redragon K617 FIZZ, which I won in an official Redragon giveaway, and then streamed myself unboxing. It is slightly foam modded, lubed and wholly modded stabilizers. Each modifier has an Akko CS Lavender purple switch in it, which we will come back to later. I do want to see if I can put in some different switches. I'm thinking maybe Akko Crystal Blues or Jelly Whites, because that's what fit in the sockets. But yeah, I think it's a great board, and big thanks to Redragon for allowing me to participate and win the giveaway. And then we move over to the main setup. Yes, that is a lamp with 2 pieces of paper as the lampshade. No, it has not caught on fire yet. The desk mat is just a HAVIT triple XL mouse pad. It is very dirty. I do need to wash it at some point again, but it works well enough. I don't care too much for control or like specifics on mouse pads, yada yada yada. But all I wanted was the space and for my keyboard to not slide around, because this keyboard, the Redragon K550 Yama, would always slide around on this left side. It even still kind of does it, but that's just because of the monitor stand. But it is a Redragon K550 Yama. There are pudding keycaps on it, as well as Akko CS Lavender purple switches in it. I did lube and wholly mod the stabilizers the best I could, so it's not perfect. I couldn't get that sticker off to foam mod it, which sucks. I would have loved to do that, but oh well, it's the best I could do. And I love this keyboard. It replaced my old Razer Black Widow. I like the switches it came with initially, but after using these feel so much better than the old Outemu purples. And yeah, and I have the original keycaps on here, just as WASD markers. Over here is my Razer Mamba Elite. This replaced my old Razer Mamba Tournament Edition a couple years ago, and I'm thinking about changing it again, because from the Tournament Edition to this, it got heavier by about 20 grams, and I didn't realize how much I cared about the weight of a mouse until I went to my friend's house, and he got a Corsair Saber RGB Pro, which is about 20 grams. It's about as light as the old Mamba. It's about like 75 grams. This was about 95, and that mouse feels kind of nice to hold. It feels a little bit cheap, but I like how light it is, so I'm thinking I may switch to something a little bit lighter soon. But for now, this works. I play at 650 DPI, which is just comfortable for me. At right now, it's about 0.38 in-game sense for Valorant and 1.25 for Counter-Strike. So think about a 247 eDPI for Valorant and 812 for Counter-Strike. Did I say it right? 247 for Valorant, 812 for Counter-Strike. Yeah. My main gaming monitor is the Acer KG271. It is a 27-inch, 144 Hz, 1 millisecond delay monitor, 1080p. I got it with the Acer R271. This is also a 27-inch monitor, though it's 60 Hz at 1080p. I'm not sure about the response time, but this was a monitor that was originally intended for my mother, and it ended up not being able to fit on the monitor mount that she had. So this went to me when I got this, and I had two 27s, and then I had got a Nintendo Switch. So I got another monitor. This is a Sceptre. I don't know what it is. It's like an EW2 275, something like that. I can't remember. It's the F27 brand, sort of. I forgot to take the stickers off. Oh well. But it is a 27-inch, 75 hertz 1080p monitor. It's got a completely different kind of display than the KG, and I do have a blue light filter on, but this is just crazy. I don't know. It's Sceptre, I guess, but it works as a tertiary. It was cheap, and I use it for my visualizer. That is not the famous displate that fell during one of my streams and gave me my shit soundbite. I have 4. Shit! That one is in my room. This is a replacement, but for those who don't know, I got this displate as a gift for Christmas 2020. And I hung it up on my wall, and it was a little bit bent, but I didn't think much of it. And then one day during a stream, it fell off of the wall and got stuck in the baseboard. I don't know what that card is, but it got stuck in the baseboard and made a really loud metallic sound. And so, yeah, that's where that soundbite comes from. And soundproofing panels, I don't have a lot. You can definitely hear when I look over here, there's a lot of sound issues, but when I look over here, it gets significantly better. You still hear it off to the left a little bit and a little bit off to the right. Or no, a lot off to the right, but not as much over to the left. I don't know my left from right, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know why I can't tell the difference. But I got this when I was back in my old apartment thinking it would make me look cool and it would help. It didn't, but it definitely helped out once I got to this place. And got going. Speakers back there I use occasionally. They're the Labtech LCS 2414 2.1 system. You will not be able to find these speakers. These speakers are older than me, and I'm 21. I think these speakers were released in 1999, and my dad used them for the longest time, and then I took them, and they sound great. Like, they sound incredible still, and I love them. And there is a subwoofer down there. And then right here is my Maono AU-A04. This was originally the AU-A04T, which means it came on a desktop stand instead of an arm. And I didn't need the mic arm because I had already gotten this newer one. I've had this thing for like 6 or 7 years. And it's fared me well. No major creaky noises. And I just mounted it in between these monitors. So I've got, well, my main problem was that the mic cable would go down here and on my mouse pad, and I didn't need that interrupting my gameplay, so that's why I moved it over here, and it works well enough. Up here is my Logitech C615 webcam. It is 1080p at 30 hertz. It's not the or 30 FPS rather. It's not the best choice that I could have chosen, but why is there a mask up here? It's not the best choice I could have gotten, but I got it renewed. It was cheap, and it works well, and it's on a I think it's a Nikon tripod. I could be very wrong. The headset that I have here is the HyperX Cloud 2. My Revolver was starting to have a little bit of static issues, so I asked my mom if I could get her old headset, which is actually starting to crack over here a little bit more. This little top piece actually fell off of the other side. But I do really like this headset. I'm considering getting once this one goes, I'm considering getting another regular old wired Cloud 2 because it works and it fits my head a lot nicer than the old Revolver. And yeah, and I've got a little 360. That's an Xbox One controller for when I want to play like Forza or whatever. And then I do have I'm borrowing an Oculus Rift from my mother, so it's kind of strewn about there. That's a Netgear Wi-Fi extender / router, but this is the main attraction. This is my brand new PC. It is in the Fractal Pop XL silent case, which means it is soundproofed. If I knock on the side here, there's no like metallic ring or anything, whereas if I go down here, it's very metallic. So it is soundproofed on both sides, and there's also a little panel that I could have used to soundproof the top, but instead there's this mesh here because I have an AIO up here. This front panel here is porous. You can't see it, but it is porous, and there are intake fans in the front. I think there's 2 or 3 in the front. There's 3 in the front. There's 1, I think, in the back, and there's the 2 AIO fans up here. I'm packing an i9-12900KF on a Gigabyte Z690 UDAC or UDAX DDR4. The RAM is DDR4, but I'm having some issues. I have the Crucial Ballistix. I have 32 gigabytes of Crucial Ballistix, 3600 megahertz DDR4 RAM. It's 2-channel, but for some reason I cannot get it to clock faster than 2666. I'm trying to figure it out. I contacted Gigabyte. They gave me no help, and I'm kind of sad about it. Why is it bulging out over here like that? I don't know. But I'm going to try to figure it out. My GPU is a EVGA 3060 Ti, obviously RTX, and what else do I have to talk about? My cooling is a Corsair H115i AIO, so it's the dual fan 280 millimeter AIO on the top here. I have 9.5 terabytes of storage roughly inside, with 2 hard drives, 2 SSDs, and an M.2. The half a terabyte I need to get out of there at some point, but yeah, at some point I'm gonna get it out. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, I've got the optical drive down here. There you go. This goes in there. I can't think of anything else in there unless I'm just dumb, in which case that is the whole PC. Oh yeah, I've got an 850 watt EVGA bronze power supply. I love it because I can have almost everything plugged in back here. The only thing not plugged in the back is the headphones. This is great because I had stuff plugging up these 2 USB ports right here. I had all 4 of these ports completely filled. It was a mess. So it's nice to have a lot more stuff in the back that I can just plug stuff into. I think my webcam was even plugged into the front, and now I just have some free space up here, and I do need to get that out of there. But other than that, that is the PC setup. I'm very happy with how it is so far. I just need to change the RAM, maybe get a new mouse, and maybe a mouse bungee. That'd be cool. But other than that, that is the setup. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I'll see you in the next video.